my name is Gustavo Rojas. I'm an astrophysicist and science communicator, educator. I am originally from Brazil, where I lived most of my life, but it's been 3 years that I've moved to Portugal, and I'm a project coordinator at Nuclio near Lisbon, Portugal. And my involvement with the OAD is via the Portuguese Language of Astronomy for Development, Portuguese Language Office of Astronomy for Development, the PLOAD, which I am the project coordinator currently. I have been involved with OAD discussions since the very start. I remember I attended the stakeholders meeting in 2011 in Cape Town. That's when the OAD was born. That time I lived in Brazil, so I was the only Brazilian that attended the conference. So I feel very honored to be there in the first meeting. And then later, after moving to Portugal, I got involved more deeply with the management of the Portuguese office. For me, it's easy to say because I'm an astronomer, so astronomy is my life. And as I do work with education, so I have seen the joy and all that space and astronomy starts on people, especially young children. Everybody's curious about the space and want to know more. So education is a key ingredient of development, and astronomy is one of the most fascinating subjects. They instigate people to know more about the universe, more about nature, and that's something that's very important in our society, to learn with nature and to observe nature, because nature is the final judge, right? So it doesn't care about what you think. It's nature that tells you what is possible or not. So I think that we have to learn a lot with nature, to observing nature, and that's a key part of education, in my view. And also all the technical and technological achievements that are possible via astronomy, to study the universe in most various aspects of its manifestations, through light, through particles, through gravitation. All these aspects require a lot of technological achievements, and this drives development, economical development, industrial development. So I think astronomy can contribute a lot with development, not only in advanced tech societies, but also in less developed societies that need to make that big leap forward through development. I think my fond memories of visiting Cape Town for the first time, and then for the second time on the last regional offices meeting that we had in 2019, early 2019, just before the pandemic, but was a very sweet memory of returning to Cape Town, returning to the observatory in Cape Town, meeting the friends that I made during all those years. And this is a historic building of the South African Astronomical Observatory. So there's so much history that was made in that particular place. Just to think about, we can see the Table Mountain, which is represented in the sky as the Mensa constellation. I think that for me, was to seeing it live is really a memory that I will never forget. Yeah, I'm very optimistic because it's 10 years already of OAD. So the very fact that it has endured a decade of work and it grew a lot. We have more than a dozen language and regional offices. So it's surely a global endeavor, and it has support from the International Astronomical Union and science foundations in different countries. So the OAG is in much better shape now to achieve its goals than it was 10 years ago. So it makes me really very positive, and I think the world is perceiving that we need to use the development, different approach of development using education, sustainable development in all countries. So the OAG will play a major part in this during the next decade. And I'm really excited to be able to help with this in the future years to make the OAG goals be manifestate itself. I think I am very positive about the next years. No, I think I said in the beginning that the importance of learning with nature and observing nature, understanding science, and science is not hard. It can be complicated and get very technical, but the principles are universal. So if you do science all the time, when you cook a cake, you are doing science. You learn that you cannot use very low temperature or high temperature in the oven. There's that optimum range, and that is learning by doing, observing, and learning with experience. And science is pretty much about that. So we need to recover our interest in science. Show to people that science is fun and everybody can play a part in it. And I think the OAG will help also spreading this message around the world.